My name is Catherine Dinapoli, and today I will be discussing how to reduce barriers to the previously incarcerated seeking employment. It is estimated that within a 3-year period, 2/3 of prisoners released from prisons and jails across the U.S. will be rearrested, and approximately half will be reincarcerated. Recidivism affects not only the numerous prisoners finding themselves reincarcerated shortly after their release, but also their families and taxpayers who must pay for overcrowded and ineffective prisons. While social workers have long since studied the effects that recidivism has on communities, the growing rates across the country have led several states to institute policy reform within prisons and communities that have been shown to substantially reduce recidivism. These initiatives include community-based treatment for mental health and substance use, individualized risk and needs assessments, continuity of care from prisons to reentry, and incentives to participate in support programs throughout incarceration. Additionally, the Federal Bureau of Prisons recently enacted policy reforms that prioritize inmate education and familial relationships. While the impacts of these programs are encouraging, there is a substantial amount of work that still needs to be done. One of the most significant barriers to successful reentry remains finding consistent employment. Many recently released individuals find themselves barred from working due to their status as convicts, even when it has nothing to do with their occupation. The infamous "have you ever been convicted of a felony" box on applications remains a significant barrier for the previously incarcerated. Another barrier to successful employment for those recently released is the lack of education and marketable job skills required. Without the ability to work, many previously incarcerated individuals will have no way to support themselves and will resort to crimes to meet their daily needs. As a result, it is important that social workers encourage a two-level model of intervention. To effectively combat recidivism on a systemic level, both prisons and employers must engage in evidence-based practices shown to have an impact on reducing recidivism. Prisons must provide ample opportunities for job trainings and education for inmates while they are incarcerated, as well as provide connections to employers willing to hire those previously incarcerated upon release. Employers need to loosen restrictions on hiring those recently released by removing the felony box on job applications where it is not relevant and allowing applicants to explain their felonies where it is. These efforts would help combat systemic recidivism and would allow the previously incarcerated to start new lives that both contribute to society and meet their basic needs.